Hi everyone, so today we're gonna do some spinal or body waves, whatever you want to call them. The thing is, there are a lot of awesome people who have a lot of awesome things on this topic, so you should check them out. But I will show you today how I will do them usually, or how I teach them. You can also try them in various positions. Starting position is on our knees. We start with the head down. Chin to your chest, round back, bring your head as low as you can. If you're low, bring your head to the front and arch your back, come up with an arched back, and round down again. If you want to, you can also try to make the wave smaller here until you come up to your sitting position. Now reverse the motion. We start with the hips, we bring them to the front, arch your back, and come down as low as you can with your head. Once you're down, roll the pelvis back and round back up. Don't forget to breathe. And again, try to make the wave smaller until you come to your kneeling position again. Next up, we will be standing. Find a stance that's comfortable for you. If you need to, you can also hold onto the wall, a chair, a pole, whatever you have available. You can also use the leg as an extension of the wave. What we don't want to do is just use the leg. Then you look like a horse or like a chicken. So instead, use the hip. You can really open and close hip if you want to. Now, do the whole body wave and take the leg as an extension with you. Meaning, if your torso is in the front, your leg will be in the back. If your torso goes to the back, your leg will come to the front. You can also decide if you want to open and close the hips while doing the leg waves. Or if you prefer, just keep the hips square and be in a straight line. Don't forget to also try to reverse the motion. We start with the hip, trying to tuck it under, round the back, and roll up. You could also try to take the leg as an extension, but it's harder with this wave. Next, we are going to start in a quadrunedal position. As we don't want to kiss the floor, we look either to the right or to the left side. We bring the head down, and then the chest down, the belly, and the hip. Now we are flat on the floor. Bring the head up, chest, belly, like in a cobra. Then chin to your chest and roll as round as you can up into your cat pose, back to your child's pose. Then we start from the top. Head down, chest down, belly down, hip down, and up. Don't forget to breathe. Also notice that we try to keep our feet engaged and pointed so we won't break the line. If you've done several of these and feel comfortable, you can also start playing with it. You can take one or both legs with you. You can also deviate from the straight line and go more to the right and to the left, or add a hair whip. And as always, also the other direction. We will start with our hips first. We will tuck the tailbone under and then bring the hips to the floor. Here we will arch our back and are in a cobra. Bring the belly, the chest, and the head down. Two versions. Number one, push your hip out, only hands on the floor. Try to keep your chest and your head as long on the ground as you can. Roll back to your child's pose, cat, and hips down, cobra, down. Option number 2. Push the hips out as much as you can. Bring your forearms to the floor and come to your child's pose and roll down. This one is a bit easier because you don't have to push as much with your arms. And if it's working well, you can also play with it. You can take the feet, you can go more to the right and left, have whips. Just have fun with it and don't forget to breathe. We can also use the small waves on the floor. It looks different, but let's give it a try. Bring the head up, then the chest. As soon as the belly button comes up, try to get your head down and the hips up. Then your hips will be up and push the knees out. You will be traveling backwards. Now, other direction. Pull the knees in, hips come up. Tuck the tailbone under, roll the belly down, and bring the wave up to your head. The hips will be down already when the head comes up. Give your upper body a little push with your hands. You can also do this in various positions. For example, if you bend the leg. I like to have my upper body up a little bit more and start from the hip down. You can also add a little pop for the hip. I like to do this in my exotic choreographies. For the undulations traveling from down to up, you can also use the rotations in your hips or the thighs. Really try to squeeze the knees in and then roll the wave up. Maybe you can spot a difference between the straight ones like this and the ones with the rotations in the knees. We can use this for the next one. We will start on our backs, feet below our knees, hands next to the hips. Bring your hips up and then roll the hips up, belly, chest and down. And you can use the internal rotation again, bring the knees together and then moving the hips up. Basically the knees starting the motion. And if you want to, try to reverse the motion. It will feel smaller than when you're standing. You can do waves lying on your side as well. Either just the hip and the leg. You can open and close the hips if you want to. Or you can keep them square. Or use the whole body. Again, like standing. When the torso comes to the front, leg goes back. Leg comes to the front, torso goes back. Don't forget to breathe, relax your shoulders and relax your face. You could also try quadrunedal with one leg out. Don't just use the leg, at least use the hip. Or if you want to, use the whole body from head to toe. If you want to, you can also bring the leg up and down. Or just keep it on the floor. In addition to the waves that we had, we also have the lateral waves. The head will start and lead one time to the right side, then to the left. Shoulders, chest, belly and hip will follow. Also try the lateral waves when you're kneeling. Head leads and the rest of the body follows. Let's try the waves in a quadrunidal position. Imagine you being a snake, and the head will lead, the rest of the body follows. If you're not too sensitive or if you have knee pads on, you can also take the legs and feet with you. Another option, bring the leg up, around shoulder height, and same as standing, opposition to the torso, take the leg as an extension of the rest of the body. Imagine being a snake. You can try to find all sorts of positions to try and use your waves. You can also use some circles in between in your chest or in your hip. Try to move out of the position, maybe standing up, whatever you want to try. If you have a hard time feeling or picturing what the wave should feel like, you can also have some feedback. Use the wall for this. So I'm on the wall. I'm trying to bring my head away, shoulders away, and then belly away. Bring the head back on, hips away. Now head is on, shoulder, upper back, lower back, and then hips back. You can also do the other direction. Slightly bend the legs so you can get the hip out. Then lower back out, head is still on the wall, try to get your upper back out, then hips back up, then you can get the head away. Now lower back down and upper back, head, now hips out. Try to make them as big or as small as you need to. You can also face the wall. Head on, then chest on, belly and hip. Keep the hip on the wall and get your head away. Then chest out, belly out, hips out, head on. And of course you can keep your hands on the wall so you won't smash your face into it. Now reverse. Bring the hip first, then belly button on, chest on, and head. Now try to get the hips out, belly out, chest out. You want to try to get the hips back on so you can get the head out. Belly on, chest, head. And here again, use your hands if you need. I hope this helps. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out.